How's it going, Radical viewers? Grim Gaddy right back into it with part 2 of this Esterile's Cartography Guild Homebrew and Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Oh. So without further ado, get back to the right tab on Discord. Let's rejoin.
I did that, kinda. I gave freaking Kyle a Sunblade that one time, and that was a little strong.
What level is your party?
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
I had a Sunblade? What?
Yeah, did I give you a fucking Sunblade for that
What was the
level 20 one shot?
Yeah, luck blade.
Oh, it was a Lug Blade? It was a Lug Blade?
Yeah, it was a Luck Blade, because I casted
Blade.
Wish and wished the dragon didn't have wings.
I wish the dragon was a Drake.
I wish the dragon
okay.
couldn't fly. Right, Black Templar who sank to the bottom of a freaking really deep water pit and just kind of went, well, this is my life now. Have you heard about the glory of Bahamut as he talks to fish? Of all the gimmick characters I've ever made, Black Templar is one of my faves.
Trying to give him some powerful stuff, so like very rare I'd be alright with.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna refresh. Because I tried to update my token, but I guess it didn't quite take.
Oh yeah, Michael has to do that manually.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's a dark shard, I believe?
I didn't do much. I just changed the metal on Diorn's shield there.
How about a blowgun needle of slang?
Because no one uses the blowgun.
Matthew, I think it would be really fun to give your party a dodecahedron of doom.
What book is that out of?
Let's see. This is WDMM, Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Oh, God. Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me hunt through my Rime of the Frostmaiden. I actually do remember an item in that. That would be hilarious.
What does that dodecahedron do?
So it is a 12-sided die, numbered 1 through 12. You can throw it up to 60 feet as an action, and a random magical effect occurs. You roll a d12 to determine the effect. And you have to roll the die at least 10 feet when you throw it in order for the effect to occur.
Well, what are the effects?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Tyler. On a 1 or 2, the dodecahedron explodes and is destroyed, but each creature within 20 feet makes a DC 13 dex save or takes 9d8 force damage, half as much if they succeed. On a 3 to 4, the dodecahedron casts light on itself, which lasts until someone touches it. On a 5 to 6, it casts Ray of Frost with a +5 to hit, which targets a random creature within 60 feet. On a 7 to 8, it casts Shocking Grasp with a +5 to hit on the next creature that touches it. On a 9 to 10, it casts Darkness on itself with a duration of 10 minutes. And on 11 to 12, the next creature that touches it gains 1d10 temporary hit points that last 1 hour.
I think it might be a little complicated for my group.
How about a blood axe?
That's all.
A blood axe?
Yeah.
What does a blood axe do?
+2 to hit, deals 1d6 necrotic damage to creatures that aren't constructs or undead. And if you kill someone with it, you gain 10 temporary hit points.
It's cursed?
No. It's heavy, so you have to be medium or larger to, use it without disadvantage, but
Okay.
Big two-handed weapon.
I got one. And actually, Matt, you might have fun with this. The Professor Orb.
Sounds like a supervillain name.
I know, right? You know what's funny? It's kind of is. So it's basically just an orb, just a smooth little 5-pound sphere of smoky gray quartz about the size of a grapefruit. Has a couple of pinpricks of silver light coming from deep inside it. The orb is sentient, and it has the personality of a scholar. Its alignment is determined by rolling the alignment table on sentient magic items in the Dungeons Master Guide. No matter what its alignment is, has an intelligence of 18, wisdom and charisma scores determined by rolling a 3d6 for each one. It speaks, reads, and understands 4 languages, and it can see and hear normally out to a range of 60 feet. Basically, it could be just like your annoying little pet Pokeball. It has an extensive knowledge of 4 narrow academic subjects.
Oh man, I'd be all about that.
I know.
The living chainmail.
It is I, Professor Orb.
Like, I just keep thinking the freaking brain bots from that one DLC from Fallout New Vegas whenever I read this.
Oh, yeah. Man, that would be a really good one, but I'm trying to end the campaign in like 6 to 8 sessions, and that would get... That'd be
Yeah, that
weird.
would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you could throw out on, like, mid-campaign. Just to...
Right. No, that's something you start a game on, you know? Like...
Professor Orb.
I am your quest giver, Professor Orb!
How about a short sword of the Medusa?
Oh, God.
Sounds rad. Where are you finding that?
I have no idea.
I use the website called 5E Tools when I'm looking for items. It
Yeah,
just has all of them.
It's what I got right now going for me.
I'm just looking through frickin' Roll20 because I bought Michael all the fucking books, so it's all in here.
Oh shit. Well, it doesn't have stuff from particular campaigns or settings other than...
Oh, yeah, unless you have
true.
them. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I remember shit from when I was reading for Rime of the Frost Maiden. I'm really kind of salty
Oh,
because
I know.
can't read...
Acid.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Acid.
A steam engine.
What does a Haggai do? It's just
what?
it's just a wondrous item. It's just adventuring gear. What? That's boring.
Yeah, something I think about is how many cool, like, magical items there are. In a campaign, you experience maybe 20.
God, it's true.
Like 20, 30, that's it. There's, like, hundreds.
Gotta have
Just
something
so many
for the next
hundreds.
campaign. Nathaniel, you're back. Walking home.
God damn it, Discord. Every time.
Past couple days, there's been a lot revealed about us, and we've been holding on to it for some time, and we didn't know.
John just met all of you.
That is true.
And we know that you like the toes of giants. In German, I don't know what that is.
Well, once you get over the fact it once came from giant, actually it's not bad. Tastes just like pork. Rolled in dirt.
Oh. I'll ask Elrond to serve it next time.
I mean, only if you
Again,
wish
I
to
wonder,
get taller.
Should I be offended by this?
Again, though, you hill giant. Honestly, the best tale comes from the fact of how we got so many toes of giants. See, we actually had to raid an entire tribe of giants, slaughtered every single one of them. However, a few survivors actually began chasing us, building ships of their own to chase my longboat. One time they actually called up to us, entire crew was killed. John only survived because he actually slipped into water beneath boat for 3 whole days underwater. It was a very bad time. Never once came up for air.
How
William does a wisdom. Okay.
I have in my possession, Jordan, some devices that will help you float, if that's any thing of interest to you.
Why would Dion want to float? If Dion floated to surface, giants would have spotted Dion and probably would have killed Dion.
Seems like John doesn't need to breathe underwater.
No, Dion is just very good at holding breath. Don't tell anybody, but Dion may in fact be favored by gods.
Well,
You'll fit right in here. That's great.
You want to talk about favored by gods, Dion? I've died twice.
That
Oh,
we
you're
know
not
of.
favored by gods. You just pissed off ferryman. Maybe next time you
That's
pay.
amateur hour, Lucian. Honestly, keep up.
If I pay him, he'll take me to hell, though. Then I'll
Then
be
maybe you
dead.
should not have done bad things.
You know what you should do is just listen to the ferryman. If you have a place to go, you need to go there.
My mother always told me not to trust fairies.
You know, I have a question. Back at dinner, when I cast the spell on myself, I felt like a burning sensation on my forehead. Was there something there?
Yeah, a mark. Symbol.
Oh, I thought you just got new tattoo. Dion has tattoos inside of head. Thought it was just your thing.
Is it still there?
Did you say inside your head?
Yes.
On side.
Lucian doesn't look.
What does it look like?
It looks like
It's
book.
got like a book. Yeah. It's got like these things crossed behind it, and it's got this arcane sigil.
Okay.
Sorry, this sigil that's probably magic.
Gwydion slams the staff on the ground that I cast scrying on myself.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Do I...
Literally anyone with
I-
common sense
wi-
pulls
can I
out
wi-
mirror.
Can I
Gwydion
willingly
as a
fail?
flex casts scrying on himself.
Well, see, the thing is, you can, but I want you to roll. I would say you have a minus 15 on the roll, but also whatever Q's bonus is to you.
I know,
So you
but-
rolled a 2, I guess?
I think that
Okay. Do I still have the mark on my head?
Huh?
Do I still have the mark on my head now that I'm scrying on myself?
No. Absolutely not. Are you insane?
It's okay. Pansies often get temporary tattoos because they do
what
not
I
like
will
needle.
say, Lucian, I mean, you can draw. That's
Yes.
like a thing that you can do. You can like draw the mark.
I would like-
yeah, I'll try it.
I would like to know what it looks like so that I can look it up later.
Alright, fine.
You're spending a lot of time at the library, I think.
Whip out a sketchbook.
I mean, yeah. So you show him the symbol. Gwydion, make me a religion check.
As it happens, I'm proficient in that.
Yeah, I know. You have
Do I?
advantage as well.
Yes, I'm trying to think if I can give myself any other bonus. I can't.
Not that you
Oh,
needed it.
You don't fucking need one.
You know exactly what that fucking symbol is. That is
I
the
know
symbol of. That is the holy symbol of the Magus.
Ooh.
Should have rolled a 1 and you would have known.
She is the goddess of pretty much everything to do with arcane magics. The separation of planes, things like that. That's like all her domain.
Oh, that's just the holy symbol of the goddess of magic. Is that the person I saw in my vision?
Oh, you've been branded by a god, have you?
I'm sick of this chosen by God stuff. I'm sick of having things in common with all of you.
Hey, it's very good to be favored by gods. Gods will save your life.
See,
Well, in
you're
this
also
case,
a
reject you.
changeling and worship
What's next? Am I going to be a...
a changeling who worships an elder god, an elder god.
No,
Hold
that'd
on,
be
Gwydion, I
fucking
need to
weird
press
and
the
weirdly
silver on
specific.
your
Why would you do
forehead.
that?
be a changeling and an inquisitor?
Like Liliana.
I never expected.
Yeah. Use a changeling to kill the changeling.
Oh my
Like
arm.
lawnmower man.
That's really funny.
I'm shocked that Elrin didn't point that out when the thing appeared.
Yeah, I guess nobody even mentioned it. It just kind of happened, and we went, huh, interesting.
I was in magical
many
house where everything opened and closed and shoved itself around by itself. I was not about to question things.
Yes, it's very frivolous with the magic. One day that will be me.
Ah, magic is for
One can-
pussies.
Well, I'll try not to take that too personally.
I think it might be, like, entirely personal. I mean, the goddess of magic showed up in front of you, and then branded your forehead with a mark.
Aren't I special? Well, learned a lot today, I think, and yet I feel like we learned really nothing at all.
Yeah.
Jorn has
Isn't that
learned.
magic friendship?
Jorn has learned to join adventuring guilds more often, specifically involved with sailing. Because for an entire week since Jorn was hired on, he did nothing but get drunk at tavern.
We haven't even had the adventure yet. I don't know when that next one's coming up.
I think you've gotten even taller since you've joined us, Jorn.
Pah. As Dorn said upon meeting strange Elrin man, Dorn is tallest dwarf in all Isles.
He's probably about as tall as me.
You know, 4'10", so.
That's not that tall for a dwarf. Dwarves are like over 5 feet sometimes.
Yeah, but this is Bjorn.
Tallest dwarf in all Isles.
It's true. There are no dwarves on the Isles
There's only tiny dwarves there.
by default. Jordan's a gnome. Well, I don't know about you all and your plans for tonight, but I'm going to go to the library, and I probably won't leave for the remainder of the night. So, I'll see you all.
Could I actually come with you, Gwydion?
Sure. I won't make for a good conversational partner, since I'll be buried in tomes and books, but it's fine.
I think I will pass on the library. I might just spend some time thinking of more designs for the future. What if I did not just a boot, but something that went over your knee?
That's like a line in like a session ending line. It's like a see you next week.
The fuck?
What?
That reminds me. Jorn was told riddle once, and was informed that he ever found answer by Gypsy, that he would discover a meaning of life.
Well, I'm good at riddles.
Riddle is, what is bee's knee?
What do the bees need? Flour?
Knee.
Well,
Knee. And I just start, like, waving my leg around like knee.
well, I'm stumped, but I'll look for the answer to the library. What's in? So?
We could have asked Liliana on that, but she might still be wearing the bee armor. I don't know.
Where's Liliana? This is the second time I've heard name.
Gwydion walks away.
I could walk away with Gwydion.
Everybody's walking away. Jorn, I
Now you get to talk to the dwarf. Have fun.
Come with me. You seem to enjoy a good story. Let me tell you about our travels so far.
And I will spare the rest of you guys that.
For the next 8 hours.
Gwydion and Leora, you guys go over to the library. I have a feeling I know what Gwydion's doing. Leora.
Well, on the way, Gwydion is going to cast See Invisibility on himself just to, like, make sure everything is
Copacetic?
okay. You know, if I'm being scryed upon or anything, I'll see.
It does not appear that you are being scryed upon.
Good.
As soon as he drops that, I'm going to turn invisible.
You can see Leora.
I was joking. I'm not actually wasting a spell slot.
All right, never mind. You don't see Leora.
So I'm actually here to bug Gwydion.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So Gwydion,
Hmm?
back there when I left for the bathroom, I don't know if I'll be able to go to this party in a few days.
Oh.
As
Worried about an abundance of silver, perhaps?
the Doge is responsible for the death of Leora and my family.
What? How so?
Well then.
I don't want to go into details. And I don't want you to say anything to Aotearoa.
Lips sealed. I feel like eventually, though, you should be the one to tell him.
Eventually.
Unfair to keep such a secret. Maybe wait till after the party, because that's a hell of a thing to attend a party and know that. Ugh, that's excruciating detail.
That's why I can't
Perhaps.
tell him. I know I'd be able to tell you.
Right. Because I'm such a secretive individual.
Well, some would say you're an open book. And I flick his forehead.
Careful, I got a tattoo there recently. Well, go ahead.
There you go.
This is quite the development. It makes sense if you can't go, although you'll have to formulate an excuse of some sort. It'd be unfortunate not to have you there, especially if something does go wrong, as things are so prone to do when we all happen to be in a group.
Well, that's the thing. I could still go, but I can't go as me.
That's true, you couldn't, but I mean,
I would need to be somebody else.
that shouldn't be too much of a problem, should it?
Deal with memories. This is a lot. I think I'll leave you alone.
Alright, but feel free to approach me and talk to me if you need any more help with this. I can come up with a plan, maybe, as captain.
You really are the captain, aren't you?
Always have been, no jokes.
Did I ever commission that hat for him? I can't remember if I did that.
I don't think you did.
Hey,
You got
Michael,
one for Q.
I want to go to a tailor after this.
Oh god, I swear to god, if I have to add a hat to this fucking sprite.
Most tailors will
No, don't worry about
probably be closed, but we'll say you do that tomorrow.
I'll just steal from him, that's fine. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow.
The hair stays on the sprite.
Good. Worked hard on that.
Gwydion is going to go to the library and study every conceivable thing relating to, you know, the Magus, and additionally the past lives, anything that correlates to his events, as he has done all the fucking time. But now he's going to do it extra hard until he's an expert.
Sounds good. Cool. So, well, actually, go ahead and make me an investigation check real quick, if you don't mind. Real hard. No, I mean, you know, you start to uncover stuff. It doesn't like impede your progress to doing what you want to do. But I'm just not going to tell you. I'm just not going to tell you what I was going to tell you if you rolled high enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. You know, the next few hours pass. You guys, probably all get a long rest. Within shorter of a rest than the rest of you, probably. Just, you know, passed out in the midst of the books around. The
Glad
books
we got
around
all
them.
those resources back.
Yeah, right. I believe. I mean, I don't know how much like role play you want to do with this. With speaking to Elrond with this. I mean, you know.
Well, I won't take up too much of everyone's time, but like if I actually learn anything, that'd be great.
Right. Make an Arcana check with advantage.
Checks. Bam.
Nice.
Okay. The two of you spend the rest of the next day, mostly discussing the individual lives that you had witnessed. Although not a lot of them seem to track to anything that Elrond particularly recognizes as like oh, you must have been here or whatever, you know. He helps you out a bit. I'm trying to figure out where I put all of my notes. I had all these notes and then they just disappeared forever. You know what? I consolidated. That's right. I mean, you know, a few things like he's able to identify certain spells that they probably like each of those lives of yours had cast before if you had not known them previously. You know, things like you know, things like it's like, for instance, the Enchanter's memory, where like you hypnotized a man. Like he's able to be like, oh, I've seen that. Like this must have been what he did. Like, you know, it's kind of like plotting out like essentially the mechanics behind all of the previous arcane prowess that you had apparently had. He sort of like just like, you know, as you're going through. This is rather quite strange, William.
Yes, I agree. Anything in particular catching your interest?
Oh, well, I suppose I am a bit self-interested. That bird fellow, he had that amulet he had, the one that allowed him to stop time.
Yes. Interesting thing about that, I actually saw and used that in this life very recently for part of a that we had to do while we were in Ireland.
If I may ask, who is in possession of it?
Well, I don't know if I'm comprehending by saying this, but it is the General of the Magistorium, General Dubois. She also gave me that modified memory scroll. 2 of them. I used one to get out of a tough situation.
Interesting. Perhaps I will speak to her about purchasing this.
Well, you didn't hear it from me, except I'm the only person who could tell you, so... Don't know how secret it is.
Perhaps I'll lay off for a while.
Yes, I'm trusting you a lot here. I don't know if, well, I imagine there'd be repercussions if I gave away such knowledge, but... Oh well, you seem to be the person in the best position to actually help me. So.
Thank you. I can say with almost without a shadow of a doubt that most of these lives don't seem to be from the Isles themselves. Perhaps further. Perhaps you are. Perhaps this drew you into the Cartography Guild.
Yes, well, in one of them I was a sailor.
Yes, that's one of the ones that confuses me the most. You seem to know the most about that life.
I think so. I feel like the things I encountered in that life I've been encountering here, like the storm. We've been finding leads on some kind of storm deity lost to time. And I think perhaps that one is the closest to the Isles, that life. Maybe the most recent, but I'm not sure. I have no way of knowing.
Interesting. I'm afraid I would not know how to exactly date them.
Telling me.
I will conduct some research. I'm particularly... Well... If your life as a transmuter had the amulet that now belongs to Lady Felicienne, it stands to reason that he would be from the Isles as well.
Maybe.
I'll do some research, see if I can put a face or a name to the memories. I'll let you know what I find.
Very well. Yes. Maybe next time I see the general, I'll ask her where she got that amulet. If she knew the person.
Well, she should be attending the gala on Friday.
Oh. Convenient.
Perhaps. The Doge does like to bring he enjoys inviting people throughout the Isles. Being the ruler of one of the islands, it is almost expected of him.
Of course.
In any case, I must really be off. I must tend to my garden back on the island home. I enjoyed our research today.
Yes. Contact me if you ever come up with anything or feel like discussing some more. I'll be continuing my research as well. Maybe asking around.
Very well.
Until next time, Elrin.
Yeah, I mean, you guys part ways. That day, Leora,
Oh no.
you said you were going to purchase a hat.
So I did say that is like a thing for Gwydion, as like a silly captain's hat. But also, you and I did discuss a couple weeks ago a thing that has been yet unfulfilled. We don't have to roll. We can
Did
just.
we?
Yes. Why am I getting all these messages?
Oh, I see. Yeah, clothes shopping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's relatively easy to do. I guess really, how much money do you want to spend on clothing today? Because like, you know, there are shops on Barron Street and like all throughout the city that like would suffice.
So I want some different variety, and then I'll need to get a bag of holding from our enchanter friend. But yeah, so I want to get a variety of outfits. Do I need to specifically list them, or do I just need to like? Can I just give you a amount of money, and we'll just say I have a cornucopia?
I mean, how much money do you want to spend?
I want to spend 20 platinum on clothes.
Fuck.
What?
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, for that amount of money,
including some hats and like shoes to accompany these different things, and then I also want to get Gwydion a special hat.
You're down here by the store for 20 platinum.
you go to a few shops to get what you're looking for. I would say that you have like what is. You have fancy clothing, you have commoner's clothing, you have priest vestiges, wizards' robes, any sort of outfit you could possibly imagine.
Very good. I want to make sure I have like servants, like butler's clothes too.
Yeah. Bag of holding would be about 500 gold. So.
I thought you said our friend could just make that.
What do you mean?
In the guild hall.
Yeah. You have to purchase it.
For 500 gold.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't spend my money on anything else. I'll buy the bag.
Hey, yeah, this person would have this thing. I have to buy it?
Well, I talked about buying it, and then you gave me shit for being like, oh, you'd go out and buy it when there are people in the guild hall who do this thing.
Well, yeah, because you're just like, oh, I need to go and find a shop to get a bag of holding. I'm like, motherfucker, this is why this person exists. In any case, while you are out shopping on Barron Street, you are approached by a familiar elven woman.
Okay.
Outwardly, at least. Ivara, the matron of the Wizard's Sleeve. Well, darling, going for a bit of shopping, I see.
I'm holding this giant pile of clothes that are probably about 80 pounds. I was doing a little bit of shopping. I had some free time on my hands, and I had quite a lot of gold.
I see. Well, I just wanted to extend an invitation. There's an event on Friday that I believe it is in your best interest if you attend.
Madam, what kind of woman do you take me for?
In your head, you.
I read the subcontext. I know what it is.
Yeah. Well, in your head, she says to you, "My superiors in the organization wish to discuss events now that the Inquisition is no longer within the city. We are also rather curious about the werewolves we found dead. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you?"
Does she just not have a word limit?
It's message, not sending.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair. I also cast message.
Also, technically, it's not message. She's just telepathic.
Well, fuck me then. I'm not telepathic, so I message her.
You can reply to this telepathy.
All will be explained Friday night.
I don't mean to be accusatory. If you are responsible for taking care of that little problem, then there might be some contention. However, if you were the one who dispatched them, it may lead to your benefit. And then, spoken out of her mouth, well, I hope to see you. It is the Doge's gala. I take it you'll have something to wear. She just looks at the pile of clothes.
I will try and throw something together. We'll see what happens.
Good. I will see you then. Enjoy your shopping.
I give her a curtsy. Can I roll an acrobatics check, please?
Sure. You drop all the clothes. Fuck you.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them.
That's so rude!
They're all over the place. You know, half of the people are stomping all over them. Like, why'd you even... What do you mean?
I rolled a 12. That's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, she leaves.
Cool.
I mean, that's it for you.
Okay.
Again, we have today and then 3 more days. So, like, 4 days more downtime. I don't know if anyone else, there have been some recent things, if you guys want to elaborate on some stuff.
When's my week for...
I would say it was... probably, the next day. So, I mean, just during this time. It's before the gala.
Oh, we're doing the gala tonight?
Probably not.
Okay, thank Christ. I was gonna say.
I got things I can do, Michael.
Okay.
You know why? Because you've given me the ability to cast scrying once per day.
Oh shit! Fuck! I fucking did, didn't I? Wait. Hold on. It's a charge spell, right?
I take it back.
Charge spell? What?
It doesn't. Can you cast it once a day, or is it?
It takes charges.
Two charges. 2 charges of my 3, so once per day, feasibly.
Right, but you do need to roll to see if you.
I rolled a d4 earlier. Got a 4.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that we do that because it will matter. But yes, who are we scrying on?
He said doo-doo.
I'm going to create a web of information. I'm going to be my own spy network.
Oh, Jesus.
I think the first person I will spy on will be the General Dubois.
Oh shit. Okay.
As far as I'm aware, this cannot be traced back to me, even if they see the actual sensor.
Okay.
I feel like we're skipping a few chapters.
You are familiar. A -5. What's your spell save DC?
I think it's 16 now. Yeah, 16.
Alright,
The staff. Hold on.
you cast it through the staff, so it would be 17. No, wait, no. If it's relying on the staff, it would be 17 either way. I didn't actually specify that.
Oh, the staff-based spells are 17?
Well, no, I would say because you cast it through the staff, it would add the 1 to your spell save DC.
Oh, no. My DC is 16 with the +1.
Oh, then it's 16.
Okay, yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, it'll be 17 next level.
Right.
Then 18 a little after.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, you're obviously familiar with her.
It'll stop for a long time. It'll stop going on for a long time after that.
So
Yeah.
you think. Yeah, I mean, you slam your staff like into the ground, and like you feel your consciousness being pulled up, and like you can almost like you're looking down at the Esterisles from high up above. You try to find the target, and as you do,
Well, scrying is like normally counts through a crystal ball, right?
oh,
So what I'm imagining is like the crystals like in the staff kind of like form a circle and just like, a little mirror to look at portal.
You find that the spell doesn't take effect.
Ooh.
Resist or
She rolled a natural 20 on the save.
I would say she either has non-detection or she
yeah. She's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Just rolled good.
So
I mean, you do have, roll a d4, right?
yeah, I can do that the next day as well.
Yeah.
Boop.
All right.
What you doing now?
Are you doing it again? All right.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll either catch you doing something incredibly suspicious or you
She makes the save again.
Ah, clever. What is she, an archmage? Whatever.
No.
Alright.
It helps that she's rolling high.
I'll leave this alone for now.
All right.
Roll hard for the next day.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Okay. Fucking shit. Okay. I like scrying. Leora, if you want to do that thing.
So I am going to. That's too low. I am going to search for. That's too high. I'm going to search for a Tearoa. This is just right.
The fuck was any of that?
Q is easy enough to find.
It's probably like what, middle of the day, early in the day.
It's any kind of day you want.
I'm gonna do.
You have 4 days.
I'm gonna shoot for like 9:35 a.m. What's a Tearoa doing then?
9:35. He's been up for 4 hours.
Maryland
so-
Standard. Maryland Standard Time, MST.
Let's see. He would likely be eating his second breakfast.
Yeah.
Ah.
So Leora's gonna walk up to you, and she's gonna have a light skip in her step, and her hands will be behind her back.
Who?
Fuck you. So, Ateroa, I have something for you.
Shen, you didn't need to. I created that armor because I enjoyed doing that. But if that's what makes you happy, what have you got there?
It's just, you mean a lot to me, and I want to make sure you stay safe, so I made you this. And I hold out in front of me a metal pinwheel, very similar to the one he got me.
Thank you, Leora. This will certainly keep me safe from boredom. I don't see why. And he kind of like spins it.
So, this
Give
is
me 1 second, actually.
It explodes.
this is a very special pinwheel. If you've used a spell and you blow on it and say the word puff, it gives you that spell slot back.
How did you come by this? That's quite strong magic.
I made it.
I made this.
We find magic water that restores spell slots.
Now-
How did you find this?
You you do see that the metalwork is rather crude. Not nearly to your specifications, but It's a nice gesture.
I mean, so like for Aotearoa, his metal is like his metalworking at this point is almost like just fabricating it with like a 3D printer. Like there's not joints.
I
But
like to imagine it that way.
Just
looking-
like Q, there are no joints.
He would probably notice that and ask, "You made this all by yourself? You didn't have any help?"
I know it's not exactly the kind of craftsmanship that you're used to, but I've helped you here and there, and I feel like I've learned a few things. I figured it would be more special if I actually made it instead of buying it from someone.
And how did you feel making it? Stoking the fire and casting the molds and hammering the malleable?
We're still talking about smithing, right?
I rather sore, to be honest. I don't think I have the strength to do this for long points of time.
Oh, but that's what you build up to it. It's up to your hand to guide this raw material into a masterpiece. And the material isn't necessarily what you're working with. It could be you. It's up to you, son.
I hate all of you.
You know, I've never really thought about it that way, Aotearoa.
Hard work and perseverance fuel the furnace. You just have to stoke the fire.
This motherfucker has a fucking notepad of this shit.
Oh god.
It's a fucking
damn it.
Google Docs open that I opened up just to make us mad.
You know, I didn't start the fire, but I shall continue to stoke it.
God fucking damn it.
Anyway, Q, add 1 pinwheel of power to your inventory.
I love how like I keep getting cut off because I'm too much.
It's really good.
God damn
Complete a
it.
sentence because you're too fucking funny.
Like,
I didn't know how many euphemisms you could throw on just for the term the forge until now.
like, he probably spent, like, there was a while there where he didn't really have much going on. He probably spent literally every waking hour typing out shit Q would say.
Cackling to himself on the computer.
So okay,
Tiffany looked into the room.
I was unemployed for like 8 or 6 months or something, right? So I had lots of time, and you can only play so much League of Legends, you know? Like at
Yeah,
just
right.
a point, your
Fucking knew it!
brain's gonna melt.
No, you can play it all.
And before that, I had been thinking of Q since like, oh man, probably like a year before or so. Legion and I started working on the Forge Paladin. So yeah, okay, I did some writing.
You don't say.
I'm very happy.
Well,
Where's this-
this is basically what it is, but it's a pinwheel instead of a pearl. So,
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's a pearl power, just
yeah.
pinwheel.
Basically, yeah.
Right on. Thank you.
You have to blow into it and you have to say puff, otherwise it won't
You
work.
have to. And because you're you, I expect you to do it every time.
Puff.
If you don't, it won't happen. This is what you get.
Okay, well, I have this prepared, so I'm gonna test it out while Sen's there. Laura, if you keep doing things like this, you'll become my hero. And I'm gonna cast heroism on her. And then I'll spin the wheel and start puff.
As you blow into it, You watch as the inner workings of it seem to get hotter and hotter as you blow, and that heat gets like as you're blowing, it like leaves and like the air seems to like come through it, warm up, and like you feel this like gust of just heat, and you feel it just like encompass your entire body, and you regain that spell slot.
Does this require attunement?
Absolutely. So we're gonna say you attuned to that before you cast it,
Yeah.
because that is better that way.
Yes.
Why, thank you.
I thought to myself, what would be useful, but not too useful? And I said to myself, a pearl of power, and I said, you know, it'd be beautiful as if I made it into a pinwheel.
He's
best
gonna
part-
like put it in like a chink of his armor, or like right over his like heart.
Oh God.
Within blowing range.
Perf.
Well, enjoy your breakfast.
I certainly will, son. Thank you. It's a pleasant day.
I walk away.
Alright. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before the gala?
Get blind drunk?
Okay, that's easy enough to do. In fact, you do it.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast sending to.
Thing.
I'm gonna cast sending to Lambert.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm gonna cast sending to Lambert.
I can even
Okay.
picture what Lambert's doing at the time. Like, he just found a nice little cozy spot just off the trail, you know, sitting, eating a meal, just enjoying the nice peace and quiet. The birds are chirping, the wind's just softly blowing, rustling the wind. He just breathes a sigh of
Unfortunately-
relaxation.
Unfortunately, it's Lambert. He doesn't get that luxury. Lambert, you are in the depths of some murky water. You had a water breathing spell cast on you ahead of time, but like as you were being lowered into the diving bell, like you entered into this central mass of sort of like this darkness within the water. And as you're like sinking down and like you already have like your sword like kind of half drawn, just ready for like what's gonna happen, Sin's voice appears in your head.
Hello. We are good. Going to a gala. Gwydion has a tattoo. $12.
Hope you're not knee deep in shit water right
you
now.
are still alive and well.
Are you pooping?
I hate you all.
I think you have 4 more words.
I am at 19. I have
You
6
are
more
not.
words.
I've been counting. If it's 25 words, you have 5 more words.
Nah, whatever.
I have been counting.
I trust you.
So,
You can reply to this.
okay. You're gonna get a reply. It's gonna start off with this. Fuck. I'm fine. Tell Lucia not to die. Again.
8 words. Short and sweet. Love it.
Michael,
Yes.
I thought of a great idea.
I don't know.
Okay.
Someone new to scry on.
Oh, no.
As it happens, this is someone that I'm familiar with secondhand.
Okay.
A famous adventurer who disappeared and their fate remains unknown. But perhaps I can find something. One Gwyneth Cadigan, my grandmother.
Oh. Interesting.
I would like her, if she's alive, to make a wisdom save against my scrying.
You see a pile of dirt.
You cast the spell, and the crystals like open up into that familiar sort of mirror, and unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Well, that means one of two things. Try again tomorrow.
Roll a fucking d4.
It hits 2 of 3 charges,
Oh,
bro.
no, but you're not gonna have any the next day.
I know.
I'll take my little wins. Do you try again the next day?
Yeah, this is my new goal. Holy shit, this could be big. Or I could be wasting my charges forever.
Yes.
Yeah, casting it a second time is the same. Just doesn't seem to take any effect. You know that Arcus don't tend to live very long, generally, compared to most humans.
Oh, fuck.
Your father is already getting up there comparatively. So you can't imagine that his mother would, barring some sort of some sort of force keeping her alive outside of the natural limitation of the subspecies, would be alive.
I forgot about my short lifespan. Thank you for reminding me.
Hey, Gwydion,
Yeah.
you will die young.
Yeah.
No shit.
Are Arcus like goblins where like they have the potential to live a long time, but they're just fucking reckless and they do stupid things?
I thought those
no.
were kobolds.
Arcus are
Like a core cockroach.
technically they're human, but they have a lot of like magic in their blood, and like that sort of arcane tie like directly into their physiology tends to leave them with a younger lifespan. They just have like problems that arise
Magic cancer.
early.
Okay, it's
So they die about 20 years younger.
They die about
than
20
most
years
humans.
old.
it's like
They live to be, generally speaking, they live to be around 60 or so,
okay.
as opposed to 80.
I see where you're going.
Well, if no one else has anything to do, there's one more thing that I would like to do. But that's on the day of the gala, so last call.
Yeah, I mean, Q's just making notes on how to make a mechanical knee, I guess.
All right.
I got nothing going.
So, you guys meet Elrin at his estate as you agreed upon.
What day is this?
Today is the 8th of Snow's Fall. It is Friday. You guys are all dressed up in the clothes that had been sent to you. They're all very fancy, all either a little too big or too tight. But you guys bump into him as he's walking outside his door. Ah, perfect timing. It seems my ability to gauge your sizes are a bit off. Allow me to fix them for you. Then one by one, he waves his hands over your clothes with a sigil firmly placed, and each of your outfits change to perfectly fit you.
It was a bit tight around the waist. That's nicer. Thank you.
John could not feel testicles.
And I am a transmuter after all. Extending or shrinking these strands of fabrics are child's play.
Fancy. Fairy tale.
I suppose. You all begin to make your way to the Ebony Palace at the heart of Hightown. Along the way, Elrin strikes up conversation. Will is finally reacting to certain treatments. He's not entirely conscious, I'd say. Almost like speaking in his sleep. Given time, I believe he will recover. We will just need to see what happens.
All right. Well, it's good to hear of any sort of progress.
Indeed.
It seems to be positive.
I'm continuing to look into further applications of psionics, although before I go prying into his mind with magics, I'm mostly using more alchemical means presently. In any case, it is looking promising.
Well, it's a shame our resident alchemy expert is on shore leave. Well, the opposite of shore leave.
I'm no stranger to alchemy myself. It's one of the few things I studied back when I was a part of the Imperial Navy.
Ah. Not, it was never really my subject. More, enchanting of magical objects and such things.
They tend to push those things in the Magistrorum, but the Magistrorum happened after my time.
Ah, of course.
Again, it is. This guy looks like he's about your age, Gwydion.
Yeah. My age. I'm the youngest.
Yes, he looks your age.
Jeez.
He is much older. I mean, you know that he uses magic to make himself, to change that sort of thing.
Like an anime character.
Basically. You guys have not asked how old he is, so you just do not know. But he
said over a century.
Yes, I mean he made mention, and I was back in his adventuring days, so I mean.
Never ask a woman her age, or an old man.
There you go.
John is 57 years old.
There you go.
Prime of his life.
After a while, you get just outside of the Ebony Palace. It's a massive estate, a great garden leading up to the palace itself, obviously made of the finest materials. Walls akin to ivory, although the patterns seem to suggest a strange kind of wood. However, all the trappings are, as the name suggests, made of polished ebony. Now, before we enter, this will be unlike any of my simple dinners. There will be a great many people here for a great many reasons. All of them their own agenda. Careful not to get wrapped up in anything you won't enjoy. And more careful still to keep yourself in good standing. Some of the most important people in all the Isles will be here tonight. I'm sure it will be an interesting evening.
Indeed. And I know who I need to talk to.
Entering the palace, you find that the inside is predictable, just as lavish as the outside. The hall is already filled with Tortanan aristocrats, servants going in and out of the kitchen, bringing out food and wine. Among the most notable people in the gala are the Doge, Matteo Rivera, his son, Prince Giovanni Rivera, High Prince Angelo de Rose of Benidari, and High Prince Giuseppe Fiore of Rinwood. Also noteworthy, more for you all personally, is Guildmaster Cassius LeBlanc and Madame Avara Tavanon, the elven owner of the Wizard's Sleeve, who seems to be catering the event.
Oh my god.
Well, that's awkward.
Hmm.
You see the Doge and Cassius speak to one another around the same time as a servant cries out, the servant at the door, the guest book. Lieutenant Elrin Dacier and his guests, the crew of the Sunrise Ostinato.
Would just like a bow?
The Doge just kind of looks in your direction, and as you guys are walking into the foyer, he begins approaching. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, even though it really won't matter until next week.
Hmm.
Ooh.
This feels familiar, eerily familiar.
Yes. Yes.
It feels inquisitively familiar.
I was gonna say it feels like
From an age of dragons.
I was gonna say it feels like the thing we did in the first campaign.
Somewhat.
It's got the maze and everything.
It does have
Honestly.
the maze and everything.
I'm getting DA3 vibes.
Really? I was getting kind of Witcher vibes, honestly.
That is literally what happened in the first campaign.
Yeah.
I remember.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Like the assassination of the Empress plot, that whole thing, that thing
remember.
that happened in the first campaign.
I
That one.
remember. I remembered so much that I'm asking you to give me the fucking map to that because I need to use it for my campaign.
I
remember.
can't find it.
Can't find it.
Can't find it.
Make my own.
I scrubbed through the laptops. I'm sorry. I could make you a new one.
No, it's
The Doge approaches you. Elrin is the first to greet him. Doge Rivera, a pleasure to meet you again. Elrin. I'm sorry, I need to do a different voice. Elrin. John Bizarre. Would you care too much if I spoke to your guests alone? Elrin kind of cocks his head as if he finds the request interesting. I wouldn't mind at all. He then looks over to you all. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to enjoy each other's company. And he walks away. Indeed. You all seem to have a habit of finding ways to make my life more complicated. Something which I have already been rather proficient at.
Jonah's only been here 2 weeks.
Yes. I've heard stories of werewolves at the Bright Moons. I've heard stories of werewolves at the Bright Moons Festival. Apparently, a small group decided it's a good day to feed, and a few witnesses saw those men who won the prize match hunting them down. Is there merit to this?
Oh, yes, that's what happened. We heard distress and we went to follow up on the distress that was being caused and stopped the transformed human from destroying more lives.
Good. Then it seems that to spite yourselves, you also can be of some use to the citizenry. Mind your steps. Those who find their way to events such as this are often rewarded, influenced, otherwise you'd have to have been born into. I presume this newfound stature will not tarnish our reputation?
Nope.
I don't see anything that has changed. I am the same person as I ever was. Will continue to work hard. And I now have an arbitrary title.
What is reputation? Can you drink it?
Jordan, come with me, please. Yes, there's drinks here.
I trust that you keep it that way. And now if you'll excuse me, I must greet a few more of my guests.
Q is on your duty.
I've honestly been thinking who's going to be on Jorn duty, so this is great. This is great.
After that, Cassius, who was kind of just lurking behind the Doge, steps forward. I hadn't expected you to walk through those doors. And it seems that you have become closer to Elrin than I had previously realized.
Yes, we've been helping each other out in a sense. A lot of things.
He's a good man and a friend.
Yes,
Um,
I trust him.
I'm glad that he can be the same for you. Although I also didn't believe this sort of thing to be of interest to you.
He invited us, and who are we to say no, really?
I see. Part of my responsibility as the guildmaster of the most talked about guild in all the Isles is keeping up appearances. Especially so when all those who fund the guild will be in attendance. I'll admit it isn't quite my idea of a good evening, but it certainly beats paperwork. As the Doge said, seems we're beginning to make a name for yourselves. But unlike the Doge, I have a great deal of faith in you all.
Well, that's good.
I know my fair share of adventurers who have risen to the status over the years. I'm bad at voices. I'm sorry. And if there's any common factor between them, it's a penchant for trouble. Enjoy yourselves tonight.
Well, I know
Next
at
one-
least a few of us will keep up appearances.
The next one of these you attend, hopefully the Doge has as much faith in you as I do. He takes his leave.
Well, that felt quite ominous.
Now,
Doge doesn't like us. Oh well.
Now, this gala is going to be gamified a little bit for next session. Basically, the way it will work, and I'm going to address this again next week. Assuming there's a session next week, we're starting to panic. Basically, if there's anyone that you want to speak to, I'll basically tell you where they are, and you can feel free to do that. We're essentially going to go in rounds. But if no one in particular interests you, or if you just choose to be in a location or just eavesdrop on people, you might be able to find that people are holding conversations, little rumors and insights into the workings of the greater political scheme of the Isles that might be of interest to you. But again, that'll be next session. Yeah. So one thing is that it's getting pretty close to baby time.
Oh yeah.
They have said that she has started having contractions, which is not uncommon to be like, a week or two before, but basically the entire month we are on baby watch, so I might have to cancel last minute. We'll see. Hopefully.
Or during.
During.
That would honestly be very exciting.
That is actually what I am suspecting to happen, because why wouldn't it?
That's gonna be an interesting recording for YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be like 10 minutes, and then suddenly, fuck.
Gotta go.
I'll take over, Michael.
Oh yeah, I'll just give you all my notes. Yeah,
Gwydion.
I'll send you all my notes right now.
Gwydion, you open the door and...
And oh shit, a baby. What was that?
Oh shit.
Yeah, basically, that is what I am suspecting to occur next time. But we will see. In any case, next week should be a fun time. A lot of intrigue going on. I'm sure that there's a lot of shit that can be gotten into by all of you, even if it's just interesting, funny encounters. So it should be a good time.
So many plans.
Good.
John wishes to
plans for you
speak
as
to
well.
Doge.
I think that would be a great idea.
I think that'd be a great idea. Yeah. I need to send.
Send.
Imagine
Yeah.
having him and
Well, I mean-
Klaus talk to the Doge.
I would love
I mean, I am not going to
and
stop you
drunk.
from doing that. Whoever wants to talk to whoever, you give me the word, man. I got you. And I've also written out various conversations that you might overhear as well. So it should be
Sweet.
a fun time.
As the technical face who isn't the face of the party, I think this would be a great idea.
Be great, wouldn't it?
Yes, let
I
the
gotta go. I'm having a lot of fun though. Thank you everybody for the fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, Matthew.
Oh yeah, thanks Nathan.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. Wait, what? What are we congratulating?
Oh, I proposed to Tiffany and
Oh.
she
Oh.
said yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Fantastic.
Hey!
It only took 2 years after proposing to Tilly.
Let's just not talk about that, okay?
Wow.
Wait, when did Matthew say this?
What's that? Oh, I messaged Nathan about it.
Secrets.
Oh my god, okay. I was
Secrets.
like,
Secrets.
Secrets.
Yeah, we're just last to know, man.
Matthew knows that Nathan loves secrets.
Naturally.
Nathan loves secrets, and he's the romantic in the group. You know it's true.
What are you talking about?
I'm married.
And having a
I'm
baby.
having a child.
Michael, have you heard the quote?
That's just
What-
biology, man.
You know what?
That's just
There's a
breeding.
real
Fuck you,
The death of romance is marriage. That's a quote.
son of a bitch. Fuck.
Well, I gotta go make my fiance happy, right? So.
All right.
You know,
Alright.
I've never once seen you buy your wife flowers. I
Good
bought your
God.
wife one flowers.
Look,
Oh.
man, I have.
I'm
done
gonna
it
leave now
before.
because this just got weird. Bye. Oh my god. What the hell is this group I play with? Well, as usual, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy, great way to show that support as always by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, sharing with your friends. And, you know, if this caught your interest, hey, just catch us next week. Hopefully we will have a game still. If our DM doesn't end up having a baby literally during the session. Oh, God. Anyway. Yeah. Next week. Anyway, once again, thank you all for watching, and as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us, and we will catch you all in the next video. See you then.